Welcome. Thank you for joining. Share the video on your platform. Share the video on your groups. Share the video. Let us have a very brief chat, and then call it a day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining. Wherever you're joining from, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining. We'll have a very sharp one, a very quick one, so that we can share views and know where to go and where to follow. It's going to be a quick one. Thank you for joining. Please share the video on your platform. Share the video wherever you belong. Share the video. Let's keep rolling. Let us go now and say things the way it's supposed to be. Let us set the record straight. Share the video on your platform. Share it anywhere you belong. Let us talk about important issues, things that concerns us and the struggle today. Let's talk about it. It's a very quick one. Let's talk about it. It's a very quick one, Thank you so much for joining, wherever you are joining from. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for connecting to this very program. Any place you're connecting from, wherever you're joining from, I thank you so much for connecting. Please share the video on your platform, share it to your groups, any place you belong, share it if you can. And also, give a thumbs up to the video. Give a thumbs up to the video as you're joining, and you can share on your platform. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to talk about a very important issue. It's kind of a reminder to every Biafran. It's a reminder. Share the video to your platform, share to family and friends, share it to your groups where you belong, share it so that people can join us and let us set the record straight and remind Biafrans what they should know. You know what I come here to do on a daily basis? To remind Biafrans of our responsibilities. I try to call the attention of Biafrans to remind them our responsibilities. I don't come here to preach hate or to talk against anybody, to fight against anybody, and not on saga. I am here only to set the record straight and remind Biafrans on what we are supposed to do, those things that we are supposed to do that we're not supposed to do. Some of those messages that Mazen and have left to us that we have ignored. That is what I come here to set the records and bring it closer to you to make you remember where we are coming from. So as you are joining the platform, as you're joining the video, please share it to your platform, share it to your family and friends, share and let them hear so that we can continue. I don't want us to get distracted. The struggle that we are in now, we are in a very critical situation, in a very critical period. So that's why sometimes I tell people to go and listen to records of Mazen Nandekano. Every message of Mazen, listen to it with a clear heart. Listen to it with a clear. Don't go and listen to a message of Mazen Nandekano with your evil heart. Don't go and listen to a message of Mazen Nandekano with evil intention. Because if you are listening to the record of Mazen Nandekano with evil intention, eventually it's not going to do you good. It will only distract you the more. It will only confuse you the more. It will help you to confuse others. Just as the Bible. When people are using the Bible, you find out that people who don't use it effectively, they end up using it to deceive people. They end up using it to confuse people. But if you are using it with good intent, it is going to work for you. I listen to the message of Mazen Nandekano every now and again. Anytime that I'm free, in the morning, afternoon, night, every time I listen to the message of Mazen Nandekano. And each time I listen to that message, I get a message. I get an information. The thing that is happening today, everything that's happening today, Mazen Nandekano has spoken about it. The distraction, the obstruction, the hatred, the bickering, every single thing that's happening today, Mazen Nandekano has talked about it, including the betrayal. He talked about it. He warned us about it, that we should prepare for a day like this. Some of you have forgotten. So why are you surprised when you see things happen? Why are you distracted? Why are you distracted? Why are you losing faith on the struggle? The most important thing is yourself. Be confident in yourself and know what you are fighting for. That is what matters now. And this critical period, what matters is ask yourself deep down in your heart, what are you fighting for? Ask yourself that question. Deep down in your heart, what are you fighting for? What are you asking for? If you can get a sincere answer to that very question, if you get a sincere answer to that question, I bet you will never be confused. It doesn't matter what anybody is preaching in his platform. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter the distraction that is coming from east, west, and south. It will never distract you. It will never. If you know why you are fighting, you know why you are a Biafran, you know why you are standing with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For those of us who claim to be with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if you know why you are standing with him, you will never be distracted. You have to be focused. You have to be focused now much more than ever. When somebody is saying something that doesn't go well with you, if it doesn't go down with you, what you have to do is to walk away from that very platform. Don't fight. Don't put up a fight. Don't put up a blackmail. Don't create chaos. Don't create things where there is nothing happening. Don't create issues where there are no issues. This is my sincere advice to every Biafran. I am saying this because we have forgotten that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu warned us of a time like this. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu warned us of a time like this, and he talked about the bravery of a Biafran. He talked about the 100 men, and the people who are going to be qualified to among those 100 men are people who are not distracted. Distraction can come from anybody. It can come from the person you trust most. It can come from your family. It can come from your brother, your sister. It can come from anybody, your comrade, somebody you trust so much. But do not be distracted. When somebody is given an information that you are not good with, please, what you have to do is to pray over that information. If you pray and you are not still satisfied, stay away from that information and continue to pursue that which you know will lead us to the coming of Biafra. Please share the video and give a thumbs up to the video as you're joining so that other people can join us. If you see somebody preaching something that you know you cannot be able to take, preaching a hard message that you cannot be able to digest, do not go ahead, start wasting your time on fighting against your own fellow brother or your sister. Can you please concentrate on the freedom of the people? That freedom that we are talking about, concentrate on the freedom. If somebody is saying something that you... Sometimes, because of the way we talk about things, we make irrelevant things relevant. We create a problem where there is no problem. The way we respond to issues is creating a more problem to this very struggle. This is an advice to every broadcaster. If you're a broadcaster, mainly the broadcasters, so many of us are losing it. Many broadcasters are losing it. They are losing it. I don't know what they intend to gain. In my platform all the time, that is why I don't talk about issues that are reigning. All those viral topics, I don't speak about it. I stay behind and watch people talk. Then I can now know what to say about it. Stop chasing about viral topic in order to make yourself relevant, in order to make people come to your channel. You chase viral videos. At the end of the day, you end up disrupting your people. Some of us do it unintentionally. That is the truth. So many broadcasters are doing that unintentionally. There are in this world that we are living now, people always, it is bad things that cause confusion and argument. Those are what draws attention. Go and see platforms. So many platforms where you see many people going. There are places where they discuss immoral things. A place where immorality reigns. That is where you see people. That is where people lie. Go and check where you see people, they converge and go. The people focus more on immoral things. And some of us are being carried away. It doesn't mean that when you are doing the right thing that people will not watch you. People will watch you. It doesn't mean that there are people who are doing the right thing and not being watched. There are so many people who are on the right track and they don't watch. But the fastest and the easiest way for people to be known is by following immoral act. Go and check on social media. Immoral act prosper more. They have more view than other people. But will that make you to change your view and begin to gamble on issues that you know that are not relevant? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu warned us about this. We have to stay focused. Stay focused. And what are we going to focus on? Focus on the coming of Biafra. Focus on the coming of the actualization of Biafra is where every one of us is supposed to be focused on. That is where I am focused. That is where my focus is. Give a thumbs up to the video. As you are watching, give a thumbs up to the video and share the video so that other people can connect us. So that other people can connect and hear what I'm about to say. I am calling on all Biafrans. Let us stop the distraction and bickering. More especially those of us who are broadcasters. We are losing it. We are losing it. Every single one of us have the right to speak in his or her platform. Say it exactly the way you want to say it. But do not pay your attention. Do not concentrate your own work on antagonizing others or each time you see people analyzing videos. There are people who cannot make their own program except using someone's video to analyze. Except analyzing their brother's video. And most of the analysis, you see those analyses are wrong. Some of the analyses are so wrong. You pick a particular video of somebody, cut a section and begin to analyze that section, and forget that that very person have numerous kinds of videos. The person you are talking about have so many videos that have explained certain things. Then you forget about the situation that made the person to say what he or she said. You forget about that situation. You begin to judge person based on a particular section that you're watching. That is not proper. It is not proper. And it is not ideal for us to come in our channel, come in our platform every time, begin to mention names of people and call people out. You can pass your information. You can say what you want to say without calling someone's name. The person you are talking about knows him who or she is. And the person will take correction. The person will take correction. It is not a good idea for us to continue to demonize each other, continue to attack each other, continue to do the same thing we are accusing people of doing. We will end up doing it. It is not nice. It's not helping anybody. The Biafra struggle is the critical stage. The state that we are now. The state that we are. If you are not mentally sound, you fall away. I gave this warning at the beginning of this year. I said 2022. Only those who are mentally sound can be able to survive. You must be mentally sound. Every attack against the struggle of Biafra, against the restoration of Biafra, have increased. Every attack against the restoration of Biafra have increased, both spiritually and physically. It has increased. Even the Janjaweed have increased the attack. The Janjaweed government have increased the attack. The enemies of Biafra, far and wide, even in the European Union, anywhere you see them across the globe, they have intensified the attack. You that you are fighting for Biafra, you have to be mentally sound. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Even the person you trust most can make some statement that will push you out of the line. Don't be moved. Don't even challenge the person. Don't challenge. Focus on your own. When you know that message that your spirit convinces you that this is the message that will bring Biafra. Mazen Nandekano said, if you know what will bring Biafra, go ahead and do it. If you know that message that Chukwu Okakabiyama have put in your heart, that message that Chukwu Okakabiyama have put in your heart that have told you, he has told you that this is what will bring Biafra, go ahead in your platform and preach it. Everybody must not digest it. Everybody must not digest it. The people who the message are meant for are going to hear that message and it's going to work. Let me tell you, the message we are preaching on our various platforms is not meant for everybody. The message, just like the message I'm preaching now, is not meant for everybody. And I'm not going to force everybody to listen to what I'm saying. But my only prayer is going to be that as I'm preaching this message I'm preaching, as I'm passing this information, let those who are supposed to hear it, hear it. When you come across the message and you find out the message is not for you, it is not for you. If you want to share it, share it. It might get to people who it's meant for. Don't force people. Don't force people to listen to you. And do not spend your time on castigating your own brother, no matter what he or she have done. When it comes to the struggle of Biafra, except that person is directly attacking the coming of Biafra. Anybody that is directly attacking the actualization of Biafra, if somebody stand his or platform and say that I am against Mazen Nandekano and I don't want Biafra to come, then we can face that person face to face. I will call your name and talk to you directly. When you come out and say you do not want Biafra to come, you don't want Mazen Nandekano to be released, and I'm seeing certain things that you are doing. You're not only saying it, I see the things you are doing to make sure that Biafra doesn't come. I see the things that you're doing to see that Mazen Nandekano is not released. I am going to attack you directly, and I'll speak about that. But as long as you are not directly attacking Mazen Nandekano, you are not directly mentioning Mazen Nandekano, you are not directly mentioning Mazen Nandekano, attacking him directly, and you are not attacking Biafra, I am not going to say anything about you. Whatever message you are preaching, with the revelation you have by your own self, with the revelation that you have had by your own self, any message you are preaching, I am going to allow you to go away with it. If it is not meant for me, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen, but I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time leaving the time I'm going to use to talk to my own brothers and sisters to wake them up, and I will use to spend to counter you. I will not do so. I will not do so. The only place every single Biafran have a responsibility is when you see somebody that is directly attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu personality and his structure. When you see somebody attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu personality and his structure, attacking the coming of Biafra directly, somebody will come and tell you that I don't want Biafra to come. I am not for Biafra. When you say you are not for Biafra, you don't want Biafra to come. That is the truth. You say you don't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That is when I'm going to get you. But when somebody tells me that he or she is fighting to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released, you are working with everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. And I see you talking about the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I know deep down in my heart that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra himself. He is the symbol of Biafra. And there is no way any man born of a woman can remove Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the picture. You are not born yet. You are not yet born. No man born of a woman can remove Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the picture of Biafra today as it stands. As long as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is alive and with us, even if he dies, you cannot remove Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from the picture of Biafra. So why will I waste my time attacking somebody when I know you can't stop Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, neither can you stop Biafra? Why would I waste my time? It is only when you bring yourself and you challenge yours and say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Those of us who are blessed with the gift, at least we can come out and talk. Those of us who have that time to come out, I will come out, call you out and speak about the evil you are doing. Or when you are the one trying to make sure that you are enslaving Biafran people, either by defrauding them. If you are defrauding Biafran people by taking the revenue that Biafrans are meant for themselves, Biafrans are meant for the restoration, you are destroying it. We see a physical fraud that you have performed against Biafra. Of course, we will speak about it and talk about it. But when you see somebody who is talking for Biafra, standing, somebody who says that he wants the freedom, as I need freedom, I don't have to fight you because freedom that you're fighting for is a general interest of every Biafran. We have a common interest. Every Biafran, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you are whatever you call yourself. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your personality. We have one common interest. Every single one of us want freedom. That is where we meet. We need freedom. That is where we meet. It is not even only Biafran. Even our Oduduwa brothers that are fighting for their self-determination, I embrace them. I encourage them. I talk about Oduduwa. When it comes to the issue of freedom, anybody that is genuinely standing and fighting for freedom of his or her own person, even if from Arewa, you are asking for the freedom of people, I support you. Go ahead and fight for the freedom of the people. Because it is the right of man and woman to be free. But the person I stand against is anybody that continue to oppress people and put people under captivity. I cannot stand with you. Just like the Janjaweed government is doing. The caliphate, the caliphate formed by Britain, called Nigeria, the evil they are doing against the ordinary people, I stand against it and I speak against it in every of my program. And I will never ever support anything that had to do with one Nigeria. I can never support. Not just because every other person is saying it. I am saying it because I have not seen any pointer to show me that Nigeria will ever be good in this planet Earth. No, it can never happen. Nigeria can never be good. It can never be good. No matter how the politicians try to deceive themselves, no matter how the so-called elders try to deceive themselves, if you are a good listener, when you listen to those elders, you will hear from their voice that they don't know, they are only protecting their own selfish interest. Somebody like Obasanjo will come out and tell you that he wants a Nigeria where there will be justice and equity. Where are you going to find such Nigeria? There is not such Nigeria. Every single one of them who call themselves activists, they will come out and tell us that we want a Nigeria, a one Nigeria, but not a one Nigeria of intimidation, not a one Nigeria of enslavement, that they want one Nigeria where everybody will be equal. These same people know fully well that the constitution of Nigeria has inequality in it. They know very well that the constitution that Nigeria is using has injustice in it. It doesn't support anything that is right. They know it. And they are not even talking about throwing away that constitution to the dustbin. Even when a senator in the House of Senate, in the last Senate, a senator came out and say that as long as Nigeria continue to hold their constitution, that they will never ever survive. There will be no peace. There will be no unity. There will be no equity. There will be no progress. But today, you still see some people, they don't want to throw away that constitution. Sometimes you hear them talking about amendment. What are you going to amend? What are you going to amend? A dead something that, how can you amend something that is not existing? A constitution that was not signed up by the people of Nigeria did not sign up for that constitution. Why should you amend something that is not existing? This is the deceit we see. Every single one of us knows very well that the real enemy that is holding every one of us captive is one. We have one enemy. The enemy that is making sure that is holding us captive. The real enemy is not you and I. It's not the Biafran people. The people that changed the Biafran mindset, that made some of our Biafran people to begin to talk like animals, that made some of our Biafran people to begin to talk like people who are insane, is the Janjaweed. It is the Britain that have caused the confusion through the Janjaweed, putting us in a tight corner. If the contraption called Nigeria was to have equality and equity, our Supreme Namaste Nnamdi Kanu will not be doing what he's doing. Our Supreme Namaste Nnamdi Kanu will not raise the issue of Biafra again if the issue of Biafra was solved the way it's supposed to be solved. If there is equity and justice in the contraption called Nigeria, our Supreme Namaste Nnamdi Kanu will not come out and be shouting of equality again. We will not be coming out and be talking about Biafra anymore. But the inequality is so pronounced. It's so pronounced that being a Biafran person becomes a crime in the country called Nigeria. It's a crime. Being a Biafran person is a crime. Now you see many people, instead of us focusing on the real enemy, we are focusing on ourselves. So many platforms you see. So many platforms. Everything about Biafran struggle, some people are now turning it a saga. Because when you use somebody as a topic and you or the person begin to throw word, you talk about the person talk about you, you narrate the video of that person, the person narrates about video, people will now have a topic to discuss. You now have pictures to do your thumbnail. This is bad. It is bad. It is very, very wrong. We have so many things to talk about the issue of Biafra. It is a critical time. The man who is the symbol of justice, who is going to lift the flag of Biafra, is in the hand of the DSS. And we are doing everything possible to see that it's being released. Today is a sit at home in Biafra land. Today is a sit at home in Biafra land. But go and see some people. They are not talking about the sit at home. They are not encouraging our brothers and sisters in Nigeria to sit at home. Instead, they are busy fighting against each other. They are busy antagonizing. They are busy analyzing the video of somebody who they are forcing to say what they want him or she to say. Why must you force somebody to say what you or he or she, to put a word the way you will like it? We are not the same. Fingers are not equal. Understandings are different. If you go to a platform and somebody is preaching in a message in a way that it doesn't go well with you, you don't understand it. You go to your platform, make the correction in your platform, and that is it. Don't even mention them. Every one of us have an audience. I have my own audience on YouTube. I have my own audience on my page. There are so many places we have audience. By the time you send your message out to your own audience, the other person send their message to the audience, it is left for them to digest the message and filter out the real information, and they will follow it. They will follow it. There are some people that will understand the way I talk. Some people will not understand the way I narrate my things. They might not enjoy it. Someone else might narrate it in another form and they will understand it. Why must you force people to say the things the way you want them to say it? In a critical period that we are. In a critical period where we are supposed to focus on an issue that matters, which is restoration of Biafra and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The most important issue, restoration of Biafra and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And people are deviating. People are deviating, talking about irrelevant things. Talking about irrelevant things. Must you follow a viral video? Must you create quarrel, create misunderstanding for you to be able to have views? Must we always engage in an infighting all the time? We'll be fighting ourselves all the time, infighting. Why don't you create that fight? We already have a very big ground while we are fighting with the Janjaweed. We have the caliphate to defeat. We have the international communities to defeat, because they are the one holding us down. They are the ones supporting the caliphate. Britain is supporting the caliphate. Even the US is supporting the caliphate against the Biafran people. Then you leave this strong war that we're fighting. You are talking about the relevant thing. Today is sit at home. Today is sit at home. Sunday sit at home in Biafra land. Sit at home that we are crying and calling Biafra. Our Biafran brothers and sisters in Nigeria are doing their best. Instead of you coming your platform to encourage them and praise them for the effort they are putting, please give a thumbs up to the video. Give a thumbs up and share the video to all platforms. Instead of you to come to your platform, encourage our Biafran brothers and sisters who are in Biafra land, who are following up, making every sacrifice to see that Biafran comes. You come to your platform today, use it as a day of blackmail, a day of counter, a day of analyzing videos. It is not proper. It is not proper. It's not the right thing to do. It baffles me sometimes. You go to a platform, people will tell you, I am telling the truth. I am saying the truth. This one said, I will never lie. I stand on the truth. I have said it time without number. Whenever you say you are standing for the truth, can you take a deep breath and think about where your truth is leading people to? That truth you are talking about. Is that really the truth? Is that really the truth? What is your motive when you are saying that you are saying? I say it and I say it again. Your motive on what you are saying determines if what you are saying is truth or not. I will give you an example. For example, when you see somebody, you see your brother whom somebody is looking to kill. You see your brother. Maybe that your brother doesn't have a document. Some of us who have living abroad. Some of us who are living abroad. You saw your brother. He doesn't have a document. He doesn't have a document. And again, you see the police chasing your brother to catch him and arrest him. You know where your brother is hiding. You know very well. And the police ask you, where is your brother? Are you going to show the police where your brother is for them to go and capture your brother and arrest your brother and deport your brother? For you to know that you're saying the truth. You say you don't want to lie. Because you don't want to lie, then you hand your brother over to the enemy to be killed. Your motive is not a good motive. Your motive is not truthfulness. Your motive is to destroy your brother. That is why you are saying what you are saying. That is why you're saying what you're saying. Because your motive is evil. That is why you are saying what you're saying. So each time we say the truth, ask yourself, why am I saying this truth? There are some people, when you see them, they are very evil. But all of a sudden, they wake up and tell you that I'm telling the truth. I'm saying the truth. Go and check their motive, why they are saying what they are saying. Ask them, why are you saying what you're saying? Why are you pursuing what you're pursuing? That is when you will find out if that person is a truthful person or not. If your motive, why you are presenting a certain agenda, is to destroy your own brother who have not done anything for you, only that you want to make that your brother irrelevant. You want to make that your sister irrelevant. You want to destroy that your sister. That is why you have come to bring a certain information as somebody who is truthful. Meanwhile, deep down in you, your motive is bad. That your brother must have made a mistake. It might be a mistake. It might be a mistake that will not even cause any damage. He must have said something out of a slip of tongue. It might even be that what you are saying, you're not sure of it. It must even be that there was a situation that made your brother or your sister to make a comment that he or she made. You throw all that thing aside. Now you pick a particular information, you begin to project it as somebody who is saying the truth. Projecting that information alone, you are destroying your own brother, and that has made you a wicked person. That has made you a wicked person. And that is the problem some of us are having in the struggle today. My message mainly is those of us who are broadcasters. If you are a broadcaster, focus on your audience and give them the information they need to hear. Give encouragement to your audience. Give encouragement to your audience. We have audience. We have a lot of audience that are listening to us. 70 million Biafrans cannot focus on one person. The highest person that is having the highest audience now when he is broadcasting is how much is having? At least someone in his live broadcast he can have up to 12,000, 15,000, even 20,000. But we have 70 million Biafrans. 70 million Biafrans cannot listen to one person like that. They have so many platforms they are clicked onto. Your responsibility is to pass the real message for them. Encourage them. Anything you can tell them to make them to continue to stand for that struggle and continue to remember that they deserve their freedom. just as Mazen Nandekano have always done. That is what they're supposed to do. Today, it is very, very clear that the only thing that is going to free Biafra people, the only thing that you could free Mazen Nandekano is civil disobedience. Massive civil. It is not because someone never said it. It is not because somebody is preaching it. It is because we have seen it work. Civil disobedience, we have seen it work. You have seen it. Even those who are standing against it have seen it work. It is supposed to be our responsibility in any platform where you are to encourage your viewers, encourage your audience to engage in civil disobedience. Those who are in abroad, encourage your families in Nigeria to engage in civil. As today being Sunday, you will encourage them. You can even tell your people in Nigeria if they have any video of where the civil disobedience is going on, any video where people are sitting at home, where churches did not have service today, they will share it. It will encourage other people. You have seen a pastor came out and say, I have not been conducting Sunday service since January because of the freedom of Biafra. Because of the freedom of Mazen Nandekano. A pastor came and said, I am not conducting service anymore since January. But all the time when we were saying it in our platform, some people thought it was an attack against Christianity. It is not an attack. And that is one of the mistakes some of our media warriors are doing. Some people who are preaching on the platform. When somebody make a correction, we always be too emotional and we try to look at the negative part of issues at all times. We always grab the negative. So many of us Biafrans. And this very kind of idea is planted into us by some people who are in the media speaking. Why must you always focus on the negative? When somebody says something, instead of you to think about the positive effect of that very thing, you will always grab the negative and begin to preach the negative. You begin to analyze it the way it will create problem. You begin to analyze it before you know it, it will turn to something that will create a problem that will be difficult to solve. How long shall we stop? Shall we take a break and stop and do that which is right? When are we going to take a break? Stop and do that which is right. Chukwu Okike Abiyama have given us the gift to know what is about to happen when it has not happened. Chukwu Okike Abiyama have given us that gift. Why are we running away from it? Why are we running away from that responsibility? We are supposed to do that thing which is right. That assignment that have been given us, why are we running away from it? Every Biafran that is living, anywhere you're living, we have a responsibility. The responsibility we have is to send out that message. Let it reach to everybody. Message of freedom. Message of unity. Message of unity. We, the Biafran people, mainly, we are one people. We are one people. Mazen Nandekano have done a great job. That is why I see people who are still waiting for Mazen Nandekano to come and save them from DSS. You are a mad person. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. If you are still one of those who is waiting for command from Mazen Nandekano from DSS, you are a deceiver. I have my reason for saying it. Mazen Nandekano have taught us so many lessons. He have taught you and I, you that is watching me. You that is watching me. Mazen, if you are a true follower of Mazen Nandekano, he has taught us a great. And even if you are not a good follower, go back and watch Mazen Nandekano broadcast. You will know what we are supposed to do today. We don't have to wait for him to come and tell us what to do. We know what we are supposed to do. Mazen Nandekano gave the revelation before now. He told us what we do. Any day we don't see him, he told us what to do. The video is there. Any day you don't see me, look at what you do. This issue of civil disobedience we are talking about, it is Mazen Nandekano that institutionalized it. And it has been working wonders. You and I have seen it work. Today, sit at home is on top of, is making this very Janjaweed uncomfortable. Initially, they said it doesn't affect the contract for Nigeria. But lately, you have seen that the sit at home affects them more than anything. The sit at home is affecting the Janjaweed more than any other person. They are crying. All the politicians are shouting. The governors are crying. And we are calling on Biafran, every single person in Biafran land, to step it up to this, to economic sanctions. Step it up. Step it up. That is what we are calling for. That is where we are supposed to focus on our attention. When the issue of civil disobedience was brought forward, some people say it's not going to work. The same way they are talking about the issue of economic sanction now. The same way they are now castigating the economic sanction. That was what they were doing when we are talking about sit at home. When we are talking about sit at home, they say it's not going to work because certain people are not supporting it. That it's not going to work. That it's not going to yield any fruit. But today you can see that the sit at home have yielded fruit. It is because of the sit at home that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never ever be forgotten. The issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never ever be swept under the carpet. You can see, even as the electionary year, a year they are supposed to be talking about an election, you see them, they are discussing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and sit at home. And that has become a thorn on their flesh. It has become a thorn on their flesh. They are so scared about the sit at home. They are so scared about it that they know that sit at home can be able to stop 2023 election. They are so scared about it. That is why they are much more focused on stopping sit at home than even focusing on their election. That is why every Biafran have to increase it, intensify it, tighten it up more, tighten it up, increase the days. Why are you checking out? Why are you distracting yourself talking about irrelevant things? Why are you deciding? It doesn't matter what anybody is preaching on his platform, as long as that person is talking about Biafra, talking about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, encouraging Biafran people. If you are not encouraging Biafran people, I am not with you. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to encourage every single Biafran wherever you are. Encourage your own brother. That is our. How many people have you encouraged? That is the question you should be focused on. Why must you gamble into a discussion that you know that will discourage people? There are so many topics that our broadcasters discuss. A topic that you know that is so controversial that it's going to create confusion. When somebody preaches, instead of you to allow it lie low, go to your platform and continue propagating that your own. Raise your own tone higher so that you cover that thing that you feel is not right. You will not. Instead, you go on your platform and you promote that thing. The thing you want to bring down, you are promoting it on your own platform. You make it a topic, and enemies will cash in it. Confusion will creep in. Division will come in. How many thousand places are you going to divide the struggle before we get to the destination? I'm not saying there will be no division. In every struggle all over the world, there have always been a division. Every struggle in the world, is it the South Africa? Which planet you cannot talk about? Any place, is it South Africa, India, United States? Any place there is a struggle, there is always division. People don't always speak on one voice. At a point in time, there will always be that division that people will go and be fighting on this side, on the front. But at the end of the day, there is a meeting point. Freedom. That is the meeting point. When South Africa was fighting for their independence, there were so many fronts. It was only ANC. It was not only ANC. There were so many other groups that was fighting for South Africa. So many other groups. Even the ones that were not mentioned. Even the ones that were not relevant. They were fighting. But they were focused on what? Freedom. Sometimes they even talk against themselves, but at the end of the day, where did they meet? Where they met at last was at that freedom. At the freedom. That is where we are meeting. The only person who becomes a general enemy that we must not allow to survive is that person who have said that we don't have our freedom. Anybody that come in his or her platform to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be freed, or anybody that we know that is openly working against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't tell me that you suspect, not by suspect, or don't tell me that you interpret to me that this person is working against Mazi. It is not by your interpretation. When we see people who are working against the freedom of Biafra, you will know them. You will know them by their actions. They are not hidden. They don't hide. When you are busy fighting against the Eastern Security Network, destroying the Eastern Security Network, you are an enemy of Biafra. You are an enemy of Biafra. When you are busy killing your own brother and you boast about it and talk about it, you are an enemy of Biafra. When you are causing division, when you are creating division among you are an enemy of Biafra. And we have to stay away from you. But when you see somebody that is talking about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi and you see the person working, including adding his or her money into the struggle, not being paid. People who are willingly on their own fighting the struggle on their own, even in adding their own money to the struggle. Why won't you support them? Why will you start? Everybody can be bound. People are bound to make mistake. Nobody is a saint. Nobody is God. It's only God that doesn't make mistake. But human being will always make mistake. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes the things you see as a mistake might not even be a mistake. There are certain things you blame people for. It might be Chukwu Okuka Abịama himself that intentionally do certain things that you don't know. There are certain things that might be happening. You as a human being might be thinking on the negative side that this thing is evil. But it is Chukwu Okuka Abịama that orchestrated that thing and allow that to happen. Sometimes Chukwu Okuka Abịama can enter into some people to speak in certain manner for certain things to be revealed. It is not your duty to lose focus. What you have to do, it doesn't matter what you hear from people. It doesn't matter what they say. Be focused on your freedom. Focused on speaking for your freedom and continue to encourage your people and tell them to continue to speak and follow that which is good. That is what every Biafran has to be doing. We are supposed to be focused. Freedom or nothing else. Freedom or nothing else. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying from any angle. It doesn't matter the message they are bringing from. Let me tell you, our major focus has to be freedom. We must be free, and the time is now. I thank everybody in Biafra land, every man or woman in Biafra land, every man or woman in Biafra land that is sitting at home willingly on their own, making sure that the civil division have effect today being Sunday. May Chukwu Okuka Abịama guide and prosper you and protect you. Tomorrow is Monday. There are some people who engage only on Monday. On Monday, tomorrow, involve yourself in the sit at home. Call your parents at home. Call your brothers and sisters, your friends in Biafra land. Anybody you know in Biafra land. Tell them that the time have come. This is the time we are supposed to activate the sit at home to the highest level. Let that be a lockdown on Biafra land tomorrow. What we want is lockdown, not just sit at home. Ghost town. We want to see a ghost town in Biafra land. I saw a write-up where they were saying that Ohaneze Ndibo said they don't want to see sit at home again. That Ohaneze Ndibo say they don't want anything like sit at home, that it will not happen anymore. That they're standing against. Who is Ohaneze Ndibo? Who are they? Ohaneze what? Ohaneze Ndibo, the men of Ohaneze Ndibo are the ones sitting at home. The people who are fighting against sit at home, they are the enemy of Biafra. And they know they have no choice. Are you going to force me out of my house when I decide to stay at home? Sit at home is not a call for war. We did not take weapons to go and fight anybody. Nobody is destroying anybody. Nobody is fighting. People are sitting at home to let the world know that they are not pleased with the situation of things. We are not pleased with it. We don't want to be part of anything you are doing. We don't want to be part of the activity. How does that disrupt you? And now they are forcing us to come out. Sit at home tomorrow. Let it be the greatest one, the one that have never been seen before. Tomorrow be Monday. Let the sit at home of tomorrow be the one that have never been seen ever. Every Biafran, if you are abroad or you are living in Biafra land, continue, start calling your family now. Ask them tomorrow, I hope you're sitting at home. Because the sit at home have been activated to the highest level. Don't go and fall victim. As you all know, in a day of sit, as Ohaneze Ndibo have weighed in now, trying to stop sit at home. The only strategy they have to stop sit at home is to go and begin to kill innocent people. And they will tell you that it is ESN that are killing. Every time we are preaching our message, it is to keep you awake of the danger that is about to come. Be awake of the danger that is about to come. The only strategy they have to stop the sit at home is to kill innocent people. Don't be a victim. Call your family in the contraption. Call your family in Biafra land. Let them not be a victim. Stay away on Monday. Stay away. Stay at home. Stay in your home. If you're in Biafra land, share this video to your platform. Share this video to your family and friends. Share this video to anybody you know. They are planning again. Ohaneze Ndibo have woken up again. The politicians are coming. They say they want to stop sit at home by all means possible. The only way they can stop it is by killing innocent people to blame it on ESN. Don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. Stay at home on Monday tomorrow. Stay at home. Already our victory is close. Our victory is, you can see they are coming on board. They are feeling the pain. We have to tighten it and make them know that holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is costly. We are not stopping and sit at home. We are taking it up to the economic sanction. economic sanctions have been activated. And don't ask me who is going to impose it. It is you and I that is going to enforce it. You and I, you that is watching me, you that is watching me, it is you and I that will enforce the economic sanction. Call your parents, call your brothers and sisters in Nigeria. Anyone that is doing business in Biafra land, let them keep their revenue to themselves. Stop paying the revenue to the local government, federal government, or whatever. Owe them. Don't pay. When the time comes, the money will be useful for you. Don't pay. Our brothers in the riverine area, make sure you stand your ground. It is time for you to act. We don't want any oil production. We don't want that production to continue. We want to stop the production, cripple the production to zero, number zero. Cripple it and bring it to zero. Until we do that, we will be joking. That is where we're supposed to be focused. That is where our responsibility lies. That is where we have a problem. Our problem now is not our fellow agitators. It's not our issue of fellow agitators is a bygone. It's a bygone, a finished assignment. If you're one of those now who is trying to create an enmity, you want to create a new problem. If you're one of those who is trying to create a new problem, you want to bring out a new face, a new responsibility for people to begin to attack and begin to address. You want to bring a new responsibility for people, irrelevant responsibility. You are part of the problem. I must confess to you, you are part of the problem. If you don't have a content to create, if you don't have, just come out in your platform and encourage people. Encourage people. Biafrans will listen to you. Biafrans will listen to you. Why must we always try to get our followership or try to get audience by using a negative title or a negative topic? Negative topic will not always lead us anywhere. It will only bring confusion. It's not leading us to our freedom. Encourage people. Message of encouragement. Message of unity. We are deviating from the unity that Master Nanaga have laid for us. We have to go back to preach that unity. Unity in Biafra. Let us see ourselves as Biafran people. Everybody in the old southeastern region, the present south, the southeast and lower Benue, we are Biafran people. Let us see ourselves as Biafrans and Biafran alone. Let us see ourselves as Biafrans and Biafran alone, and nothing more. That is where we're supposed to be focused. That is where we're supposed to be focused. Why are we being distracted? Why are we being distracted? Let us get focused. Be focused on that thing that matters. Be focused on it. Don't get distracted. Let me tell you, you must not like me. You must not like me for you and I to fight for freedom. The freedom we are fighting for is not for me alone. It is for me and for my unborn children. It is for you and for your unborn children. It's for me and my generation. It is for you and your generation. That is why you have to be serious about it. It is not about you or only two of us liking each other. You can hate me. We might not agree, but that thing that connects us is the freedom of our generation. We must never play with it. Let us pursue that freedom. When we come back, we can settle our differences. Even if we cannot settle our differences, we can go our separate ways. We must not dialogue. We must not be talking together. The only thing that connects us is when it comes to the issue of the freedom of the people, it connects us together. It doesn't only connect Biafran people, it takes us all the way to Ududua land. The issue of freedom has taken us all the way to Ududua land, and we are standing shoulder to shoulder with the Ududua brothers who are fighting for their freedom. Our Ududua brothers today are standing on the same platform, raising the flag of Biafra. Do you know what it means? And Biafrans will raise the flag of Ududua. Do you know what it means? The unity has never been seen before. It was in the reign of Mazen Nandekano that it started happening. In the reign of Mazen Nandekano, that is when the Ududua people begin to raise Biafra flag. Biafrans raise the Ududua flag. And all of a sudden, somebody is trying to destroy that which has been built already. It is not fair. We have to redirect our speech, redirect our word, and focus on that which matters. Don't allow yourself to be misled. Don't allow yourself to be misled. When you go to a platform and the people are saying things that you don't like, they are using a language that you are not comfortable with, walk away from that platform. Walk away. Don't even give a comment. Don't share. Don't give a comment. Don't be a distraction. Just walk away. There are so many platforms where you will get the raw information that you want, the legitimate information that will suit you, that will suit your knowledge, that you can be able to digest. Look for those who you can. Anyone you cannot digest, just step away and move away from it. Don't create problem. Don't create distraction. Don't create problem where there are no problem. Don't make things that are not relevant. That is how people, sometimes when you think you are fighting against somebody, you think you are destroying something. You don't know that you are promoting that thing. So many things that people have tried to destroy today, they end up promoting it. You see, the best way for you to even fight against something is to ignore. The best way for you to deal with things that you know that are not workable is to ignore. That is the best way. But when you begin to challenge that thing, at the end of the day, you find out that you have ended up in promoting that very issue. The topic that you don't like, don't talk about it. Don't share it. Don't even debate it. It will die a natural death. Unless if it is from Chukwuka Abiyama. If it's a topic and an idea from Chukwuka Abiyama, you can't stop it. If it's an idea from Chukwuka Abiyama, it doesn't matter who is bringing the idea. It doesn't matter who is talking about it. It will definitely fly, whether you preach it or not. But if the message is not from Chukwuka Abiyama, it will definitely die a natural death. That is the truth. It will die. You don't need to waste your time, waste the energy you have to use to promote the issue of Biafra. Then you come and waste it on irrelevant things. As far as I know, those things are irrelevant. Irrelevant. Anything that you see personally yourself that this thing is irrelevant, this thing doesn't work out, don't talk about it. Keep it. See, if you want to counter it, go to your platform, counter that very issue. Don't call people out, counter it. You have an audience. Your audience will digest deal with you. If it is the grace of Chukwuka, if the grace of Chukwuka is in your word, those your audience will help you to preach it, and before you know it, it will counter that information that is flying somewhere. But when you begin to use that, use it to create a flyer, use it to make a topic, use it to debate, send it at debate, cite it on different kinds of way, you are promoting it. Before you make it, it will become a viral issue. And when it becomes a viral issue, you are now promoting that very person and that very topic. You are promoting it. And the kind of world we need it. There are so many devilish people in the world that will only go for something that is wrong. There are some devilish people in this planet Earth that will only go for something that's wrong. And when you promote that information, you make the information to reach them and they will embrace it. That is why you don't talk about everything. Don't talk about all topic. When you see irrelevant people talking about irrelevant things, don't discuss them. Forget it. Go your own way. Be in your platform. Concentrate on your freedom and the freedom of people. May Chukwuka be my guide and protect every single person in Biafra land that have seated at home today. May Chukwuka be my guide and protect every single Biafran that is going to sit at home tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a ghost town in Biafra land. May Chukwuka be my guide and protect every single Biafran that is going to make sure that the civil disobedience is being engaged in. May Chukwuka continue to guide and protect every single person that is going to make sure that the civil disobedience is being enforced in Biafra land. We will walk into Biafra. We will not only see Biafra, we will walk into Biafra, celebrate in Biafra, lift the flag, and hit our chest and say, yes, we have done it. The time is close. Do not be left alone. Do not be pushed aside. May Chukwuka my God and protect every hand that have shared this video. Every hand that have shared this video on their platform, share the video on their WhatsApp group. I say, may Chukwuka my God and protect you and secure you and give you the grace. You have done your own part. You have done your own part. By sharing this video, you have done your own part also. It is not every one of us that will come out and speak. It's not every one of us that come and speak. Some of us might not be able to come openly and speak. If you cannot speak, you share a video. When you see a video that is making sense, you share it. When you see those videos that are talking about irrelevant things, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwuka, don't comment, don't share, don't attack them. The more you are attacking, the more you are talking about it, you are making them relevant. You are making them relevant, and you are equally promote. When you talk about the video going viral, it doesn't take only one person to make a video go viral. For a video to go viral, it takes thousands of people. And when you comment, you share. You comment, you share. Whether you are attacking or you are supporting, as long as you are commenting and you're sharing, either you are attacking or you are or you're not attacking the person. As long as you are talking about that issue, you are making it go viral. You are making it go viral. But when you ignore it, the video will die a natural death. It will die a natural death. The topic itself will die a natural death. That is why you must not speak about everything. You must not talk. I personally, I don't discuss about issues because they're going viral. My focus is the freedom of Biafra. Anything that has to do with the freedom of Biafra, I talk about it. I will not deviate and begin to talk about issues. Anything that has to do with the struggle to destroy the Janjaweed, to destroy the Caliphate, to destroy the British company, to make sure it comes down. Every wrong things about the British company called Nigeria, I bring it up and I speak about it. That is what I do and nothing else. That is what I do. And I will continue to do so. You cannot distract me to begin to talk about issues that doesn't matter. Even if I don't agree with you, there are so many people that are saying certain things from the Biafra struggle. I don't agree with them 100%. I don't agree with them, but I don't have any right to leave what I'm doing. Do you know the time it takes? That time you would take to narrate and analyze somebody's video, analyze, that time you're going to use it to make impact on your own audience and be able to win souls to Biafra. It is, instead of you wasting time to counter an opinion which you don't have control over. There are something opinion. Let me tell you, it's just like when Christianity came, we had, as we read, those of us who are Christians, as we read, that the message of Christianity, when they tried to suppress it and kill it, they tried and tried and tried. At the end of the day, they say, if the message is from God, it will go spread the whole world. But if it is not from God, it will die a natural death. It is the same thing I see. That is where I see this Biafran struggle. Anything that anybody is preaching and pushing in Biafran struggle, if it is from Chukwu Okike Abiama, no matter how you try to press it down, it will surely spring out. And if the message is a false message, no matter how you preach it, it will die a natural death. If you like, contact all the media warriors. Let them begin to talk about that thing. If that thing is evil and is against Biafra struggle, the spirit of Biafra will kill it. It will die a natural death. But if it is something that is right, no matter how you try to oppress it, you don't have control over it. The spiritual control the physical. You don't have no right over spiritual things. You don't have no right. That is why you must not waste your energy fighting things that you're not sure about. Even those you are sure about, don't engage yourself in fighting. Engage yourself on improving and developing yourself and winning as many souls as you can win towards that message that you feel is the right message. That one you feel is the right thing. That Chukwu Okike Abiama have convinced you within your own self. That particular message that Chukwu Okike Abiama have convinced you in your heart to preach. Don't waste your time and listen to other people. Preach that your own message. Preach it. It is going to save souls. Preach it. Preach it is going to save souls. If you don't, and you focus on things, irrelevant things, you will find out at the end of the day that you have wasted all your time and energy. At the end of the day, you have achieved nothing. The struggle of Biafra is a responsibility for every Biafran person. And when I talk about Biafra, please, I am talking about the southeastern region and the present south with the lower Benue, the old southeastern region. This is the Biafra land I'm reporting for. That is where I come from. When I talk about Biafra, I don't care about your ethnicity. I don't care about your religion. I don't care your location. I talk about Biafra. Let us learn to continue to address ourselves as Biafrans. Unity, united we stand and divided we fall. We must have, Mazen Nandi can have put us together. And nobody can destroy that Mazen Nandi can build. Some people who can say broadcasters are carelessly destroying what Mazen Nandi have built. Some broadcasters are carelessly destroying the work of Mazen Nandi. Some are doing it intentionally. Some are doing it unintentionally. Some are doing that of greed. Some are doing that of ignorance. But I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will strengthen all of us and make revelation for us so that we know that to do at the right time. I will stop the broadcast here. By tomorrow, I'm going to come back again tomorrow to give you more information. And after watching through the sit at home, let us go see how the outcome is going to be. But I strongly believe, and I trust on Biafra people, that tomorrow is going to be a total lockdown. Tomorrow is going to be a total lockdown. After then, I'm going to come back tomorrow to make a broadcast again on the issue of Biafra and what is going on. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single Biafran living on the planet Earth. May Chukwu Okike Abiama protect our Oduduwa brothers. May Chukwu Okike Abiama protect the Middle Belters. May Chukwu Okike Abiama protect every indigenous person in the country of Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Secure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, set him free and bring him back to us very, very soon. We will not stop. We know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. No weapon formed or fashioned against him shall prosper. Biafra is close, closer than ever. Don't allow yourself to be left behind. The train have left the station. If you want to jump down, it's up to you, jump down. But if you have not joined the train, you have to run as fast as you can and jump into the train. The train of Biafra is moving already and we are going home. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remember blessed. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Bye-bye.